Let's fill people in on how we landed on this ALCS. Tigers-Mariners Game 5, longest winner-take-all game ever. Jorge Polanco's 15-inning walk-off single puts Seattle in their first ALCS since 2001, just their 4th overall. Their MVP candidate Cal Raleigh started in the division series. He hit .381, reached base a team-high 12 times, hit safely in all 5 games. On the Toronto side, the Blue Jays simply overwhelmed the Yankees, averaging 8.5 runs per game, second highest mark in any division series, reaching the ALCS for the first time in 9 years. And their superstar, Vlad Guerrero Jr., simply willed them there. 3 homers, 9 runs batted in, hit .529 in the series, and reached base 11 times. Struck out only once. That's kind of how Toronto does it. Well, no matter who wins this ALCS, it's going to end a significant drought. The Blue Jays haven't won the pennant since their last World Series title in '93, and the Seattle Mariners are the only team in the big leagues to have never reached a World Series. So, given all that backstory, let's talk about the biggest storylines in your mind for this ALCS, Alex.
Matt, I think it's these 2 big markets. I mean, I played in one. I can tell you from personal experience that when I was there, it wasn't the Supersonics, it wasn't the Seahawks. There's a Mariner town, Amazon, Starbucks, Mariners. And in Toronto, you have 40 million people that are the Canadians, who are going to be watching this team and loving every minute. And these 2 fan bases are going nuts.
Absolutely. We got to think about the last time these 2 teams were facing a situation to go to the World Series. A lot of those kids that are playing for both of the teams, they wasn't even born in some situation.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure they know it. And I'm pretty sure they want to give whatever they have to give to take this team to the promised land, which is the World Series.
Yeah, I think, look, the biggest storyline is the Toronto Blue Jays offense. Look, their balance, they work the count, they take a lot of pride in contact. This is a team that forces the other team to play defense. You can't give them extra outs because they can have big innings very, very easily. So if they continue to have at-bats like they did against New York, it's going to be a tough series for Seattle.
And Matty, we're seeing something we've never seen before. A platinum catcher, switch hitter, who's very much improved, who hit 60 home runs. 60 home runs. We're going to see that this series. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. trying to insert himself into the conversation with the great Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge.
And, another thing to look out for, is there a hangover effect for Seattle?
Good one.
Seattle just played 15 innings. They're going to their first ALCS in 24 years. And are they so excited that now they come and take the foot off the gas here in the ALCS? So you got to look out for that as well.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, the Seattle Mariners are facing the situation where not even 48 hours ago, they had to play 15 innings. So they use pretty much every single weapon they have coming out of the bullpen. Now, after Julio Rodriguez being the face of this franchise, I would say, he had to step in so Cal Raleigh can see some pitches. Because in the playoff, that's how it goes. If you don't have somebody hitting well, strong enough behind you, showing up, you're not going to see pitches to hit.
Just enough lineup showed up for Seattle in the 15th inning to beat the Detroit Tigers. There are some questions around their pitching health, however, and we welcome in Ken Rosenthal, a part of the broadcast tonight in Toronto. We're talking about an injured ace, Kenny, and Brian Wu, that is scheduled at least to appear at some point in this series, we understand.
That's right, Matt. He is on the roster. He is expected to pitch, but it probably won't be until the latter part of the series. Manager Dan Wilson telling us that if at some point the Mariners can get 2 to 3 innings out of Wu, that would be tremendous. The next step for Wu is to throw a live batting practice tomorrow. He told me the pain is mostly gone, but testing himself at game speed, that's the most important thing. For the Blue Jays, Bo Bichette remains out with his left knee strain. He experienced difficulties running the bases yesterday and is just not ready to go. The Blue Jays are 15-9 since Bichette last played on September 6th, and that includes their win in the division series. Papa, you know, the one that sent the Yankees to Cancun.
Kenny, thanks. The Cancun thing got a lot of run. Andres Jimenez at shortstop for the time being until there's a return for perhaps Bichette, maybe a series from now, Kenny, I guess. That's the question. I mean, they've been in pretty good hands without him so far. Toronto, as Kenny mentioned, they've been winning without Bo Bichette.
I'll tell you what. Bo Bichette represents a lot in this organization. And him being hurt right now, it seems like it haven't happened because they have been performing at the highest level. We all know that he's a big part of this ball club, but they had to ride without him because he's not available. Probably will be for the World Series, who knows? We'll see. But at the same time, I can tell you this, everybody's representing, everybody show up. Everybody's hitting on the line now, right now. I think they are in a pretty good shape without Bichette.
He's a big part of the team, right? But they've won without him because they have a very deep lineup. 1 through 9, they get on base and they can beat you. Now, if the Toronto Blue Jays are going to move on to the World Series, they're going to need Bo Bichette.
Oh, definitely.
So take that time to get healthy because you're going to need all the added punch to win a championship. But when you have a team like the Toronto Blue Jays, you don't have to rely on one particular individual. I mean, Vladdy's been carrying them. However, the whole lineup is a force.
In producing.
Yeah, look, the key is, and I think you guys said it beautifully, excuse me, is there's a beautifully constructed and architected roster that can take a hit like without a Bo. The thing that the Blue Jays have to be careful for is a very emotional series against the Yankees. They beat the Yankees, and you often see this. There's usually a letdown after the Yankees.
So many storylines here, especially the rest versus rust narrative.